Hey friends, Pastor Doug here on this edition of Teaching Tuesday. No fancy slides, no special effects, just me telling you about the story of David and Goliath. Now, y'all probably know the story, but let me remind you of it. David is young. He's still at home taking care of things at home while his brothers are off with the army. And one day he goes down to visit them. He's not looking to fight. He's not looking to do anything special. He's going down to see his family. He gets there about the time that Goliath comes out and challenges them. Now, Goliath's a big dude. He's dressed in all of his finest armor and carrying a big spear. He calls out to them and says, "Come on, take me on." And nobody does. And David gets a little miffed about this. And he starts talking to folks around him. How are you letting this guy do this? Why are you letting the guy do this? And word gets back to the king. Pulls him into his tent. David says, "Look, I have dealt with lions. I have dealt with wild animals. I can take this dude. Not in my own strength, but in God's strength. I can take this dude." And the king says, "Okay, but you can't go out dressed like that. Here, put on my armor." Now, remember, David's young. The king's a bit older than David. The armor's made to fit the older guy. It doesn't fit David at all. It's one of those stereotypical costume things that we see where it's funny. It doesn't fit him. He says, "I can't walk around in this. I can't do this, Your Majesty." And he takes it off. And he goes out, dressed like the simple shepherd he is. He's got his sling. He's got 5 smooth stones that he's picked up. Let me tell you, I'm not sure David thought this was going to work. If he thought it was going to work, why did he take 5 stones? There's nothing magical about 5. It's not even a good biblical number. 3 stones would be good. That's a good biblical number, but 5 stones, 5 just says if the first 4 don't work, maybe I'll get lucky and have time to get him with the 5th. But David goes out, Goliath comes out, and David says, "Hey, look, I am not fighting you in my own strength, in my own power, but I am fighting you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, and I'm going to beat you." And he grabs his stone, 1 stone, and his sling, and he lets it fly. And it nails Goliath in the forehead. He falls down. David goes, takes Goliath's own sword, cuts his head off, holds it up high. Philistines are routed. End of story. But what's it mean for us? What does the story mean for us? It's a reminder that we come against the struggles of this world, not in our power, but in God's power. We come prepared. We bring 5 stones when we only need 1, but we bring 5 stones. And we let God do the work. So my friends, as you go forth this day, just know that God goes with us. And if we're willing to trust Him, we can keep 4 stones in our pockets and only need 1. For the battle belongs to the Lord.